Goobers, episode 4, probably. Nathan, Sean, Brandon, Jupiter.
That's not how we usually do
No.
this.
Yeah.
What did you
Ruined
do?
it.
Yeah, I'm ruining it.
Wait, Sean, what was your special name gonna be?
Yeah.
I didn't have anything.
Exactly.
planned. I had no idea.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
by the end of the episode, you
I
have to
knew
have
it.
a name.
Yeah. He's just gonna blurt, like, we're gonna be arguing, he's gonna blurt it out randomly. And we're gonna be like, Sean, what are you talking about? But,
I'm
yeah,
just gonna
today's-
say it like mid-conversation with
Yeah.
no context.
very loud, derail everything. But
Yeah.
today's episode, because it is October, it's about,
Spooky season.
about
It's
horror.
spooky season,
Games, movies, other
Yep.
things. Nathan said he wanted to talk about Dead by Daylight. Possibly.
The best video game.
Worst.
The best video game.
Not
Okay.
only the worst video game, but the
This
worst
is literally
horror video
this
game.
is a common occurrence in this podcast. You just dump
Disagree.
on my opinion.
Yes, because
Every
your
time.
You dump
You
on
like-
everybody's opinions.
But I'm justified with Nathan, right? He likes country music. First off, already bad.
Okay, no, we're not getting back into that.
But
All right.
Yeah.
Why do you hate Dead by Daylight?
because for the game design is
Okay,
flawed.
for those who don't know, it's an online player. 4 people play as survivors. 1 person plays as the killer, and you have to finish generators and escape the killer before he kills you.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the
So
game
it's
design
like
is
Among
flawed.
Us.
Right? No, not at all.
Kind of.
Not at all. It's more like hide and seek, ultimate hide and seek. you
Okay,
know?
but you've played with like noobs
I played
at rank 20.
No, I've played with all varying types of people, and after the first 5 hours, it gets incredibly boring because it's just the same repetitive gameplay loop over and over again. It's not even that
you
scary
can
in
change
the
your
first
perks.
place. Yeah, you
Like,
change
make
your
it so
perks.
it's a different kind of gameplay.
But it's still like the same thing over and over again. They could just add in the smallest amount of variety instead of fixing a generator, maybe
I
a
think-
generator and the telephone wire.
I mean, I agree
and
with
then all
that.
stuff. Or like
I think they should add more of that. But
there should also be a way to fight back against the killer. Because imagine you're
It's called
assembling a
decisive
shotgun
strike.
and then just
I don't know. I think it's a good game. I think it definitely has its problems.
Well, I do
It's
think
a
it's
very broken game.
Yeah.
That's actually very clear with the community. Even the devs have said there's a game in my bug into that game.
Yeah,
But
but it's not even scary too. Is the thing because like
I
at the
don't-
time
it's tense.
it's not even that tense because you just have.
I mean, for somebody who doesn't play that many video games and going
Yeah.
in, I think it's tense.
You're-
Not really
the only
anymore since I've been
adrenal-
playing it for like half a year.
The only adrenaline Nathan ever gets is when running at meets for track or cross country, or when
Or-
playing Dead by Daylight.
Or
Nothing
doing
else.
the calc test.
Yeah, calc test, Dead
Calc
by
test,
Daylight, and
definitely
running.
the
Only
scariest
adrenaline he gets.
That's very true.
Yeah, but it's not like the game design is flawed because the generator mini game is repetitive.
The
boring,
mini game. I
and
wouldn't even
stupid.
call that a mini game.
Exactly, it's barely even a mini game, and the only way because like if you're just starting out, no perks, it's damn near impossible, right?
I mean, no, because they have a ranking system.
Yeah,
Where
but, like-
rank 20s go against rank 20s.
Yeah, but like
So
no, I'm talking to
usually-
do the generators, like a brand new person starting because it's like the size of my thumb is like the activation perk.
Are you
for
talking
it,
about
know?
the skill checks?
Yeah, the skill
Those are
checks.
so easy.
But like no, I'm saying it goes from like what it probably should be overall to like the second you put a perk on, it takes up like 75% of the bar for the skill check. You know, it gets exponentially bigger. Is what I'm trying to say, and way easier. Because it should probably just. I don't think there should be skill checks at all, really, for that.
It's gotta give you something to do while doing a gen.
True, but like then again, just replace the generator or something.
I think they should. I think they should add a new.
Yeah.
Because it's been out for 4 years.
They need to add something to actually
Instead of,
make it
like, yes, change the
scary.
graphics, because the graphics
Yeah.
do need an update.
But like you need to make something that actually makes it scary, other than just am I being followed right now? You know.
I mean, it's not like an actual horror game,
They
like
should-
Five Nights at Freddy's is.
That's not even a horror game. That's just.
It's a horror
That's
game.
just, I'm a
I'm
big
not saying
baby.
it's terrifying. I'm saying it's classified as a horror game.
Yeah, true.
Okay, but this whole
Yeah.
episode's not going to be about Dead by Daylight.
Yeah. What do you guys think are one of the best? Well, I'm gonna first best horror movie, second scariest horror movie. I would say
think-
funniest, but you know that obviously goes to what's the off-brand Scream?
Scary movie.
Yeah, scary movie.
Scary movie.
Yeah.
Which it was funny because Scream is basically satire, and then they made a
Yeah.
satire off of the satire movie.
And it's unironically good, which is the best
Yeah.
part. But, yeah, what do you think is the best horror movie?
I'm not really a horror movie fan.
I think
but
it. Like, just because of the characters.
Yeah,
Which one? The original?
obviously.
I'm talking about the new one. I haven't seen
Yeah.
the original.
No one's talking about the
No,
original.
Okay, the
the
new
second-
one falls under horror. The old
Yeah.
one falls under comedy. In my opinion.
I don't really find scary movies scary, even if they're like The Conjuring or whatever. None of that's scary because I don't know. I don't find it scary. Real life things like murder, that's terrifying.
Like Hush. I don't know if you guys have seen Hush.
no,
Mm.
It's
but
like about this deaf lady who's getting robbed and she can't hear anything, but you can like see them. It's scary.
yeah. So I think maybe I need to get recommendations for like realistic scary movies, you know?
Yeah.
But my favorite scary movie is The House on Haunted Hill.
I really thought you were about to say Monster House.
That is a good movie.
The House on
If you
Haunted
really
Hill.
think about it.
It is. A
I
good
can't. There's not a day where I don't think about. It has a uvula. I mean, it's a girl like that scene.
That was funny.
Yeah, but
I don't
I'm not-
get it.
I'm not a big horror fan, but Cabin in the Woods was great.
Cabin in
was
the
a
Woods
good
is one of the
movie.
best horror movies of all time.
Yes, absolutely.
I was gonna briefly mention that, but thank you for it.
Because
but-
when it got to the part of the movie where it showed like basically every horror villain in
Yeah.
one spot, and I'm like, this is an iconic scene.
Yeah, it's the best horror movie to grace God's green earth. But
And it didn't go off the classic horror movie
yeah,
ending where, you know, the people are when in the
like
end
the
they
world
survive.
literally ended.
Yeah, the world ended. Spoiler alert, I'm sorry.
I think everyone's seen Cabin in the Woods at this point. How
I
you
have.
could have? How have you not seen it yet?
I didn't start watching scary movies until like.
It's not even that scary of a movie.
It only came out a couple years ago.
Okay, wait. This is important. I'm gonna divulge a secret to you guys and anyone listening. And you're only allowed to laugh today. After that, you can't laugh anymore. I want to say I was 6th or 7th grade. I don't remember. Do you remember that? That Disney Channel movie. I think it was My Sister's a Wolf or something. It had the, it had the girl from Victorious on it.
I know
And-
exactly
and she
what you're
turned
talking
into
about.
a wolf.
Yeah.
It gave me nightmares.
Which girl from Victoria?
Okay,
The hot
first
one?
of all-
the main character.
Okay,
Oh,
first of
not
all,
that
it wasn't a Disney movie, it was a Nickelodeon
A
movie.
Nickelodeon
Second of all, you're referring to Victoria Justice.
Yeah.
Third, it was called The Boy Who Cried Werewolf.
Yes, that's what it was. It gave me nightmares. My lights would be shut off because you don't turn lights on when you're not in the room. Conserve your energy, you know? So I would go to bed and I would run and jump onto my bed because I was terrified that something was under there.
I still do that.
This was a movie meant for younger kids and I was like 11 or 12 and I was terrified, okay? It wasn't even that scary, but I was terrified.
I still do
This
that.
is the most in-character Jupiter thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
So, yeah, I haven't really
That movie
watched
was
scary
cheesy, if anything.
movies. Exactly, and I was terrified. Now, I watch The Conjuring and I'm like, when's it gonna get scary? So, I don't know.
You watch Scary Movie as like a 13-year-old, you absolutely soiled yourself, you know? But I gotta mention too here that the newest Saw movie was really good.
Was it
Really?
It had,
Was it though?
I just always thought that Saw was just going downhill.
The ending I didn't expect, but was it
better
really?
than sorry, well, let me rephrase. Better than it was like had any right to be, you know?
What
Yeah.
was the ending? I think
The dude who got killed at the beginning was actually Jigsaw's successor.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah,
And the entire movie took place over like 2 different time frames.
Right.
but like the reason why I think it's good is because the traps I'd say are a bit more creative and it's a lot more gory.
Okay, listen. The one Saw scene that still haunts me is where he hides the key or whatever it is in that pit of used needles.
Yeah, and they throw
That
the
just
girl in.
Oh.
You think that one, but you completely forgot about the girl who literally cut her arms, like grabbing in the glass, in the same movie, like literally like 10 minutes before, because hers was in a big glass case with razor blades to stick her arms in. That's the one that got me because that's the most disgusting, terrifying one.
Yeah. You know what movie was better than it ever had the right to be?
What?
The Banana Splits.
We'll get to that another day. But another one I like is called Mandy. It came out 2018, and it has Nick Cage in it. And so the plot is that Nick Cage and his wife are just chilling out like in the woods, and then his wife gets kidnapped by like a bunch of cult people, right? And then
Sounds like a Nick Cage movie.
yeah, but then he goes to like get her back, right? But in the process, there's like these dudes who have been more or less transformed into demons by like this one psychedelic substance this doctor made the cult is hiring. So he like forges an axe out of like a meteor and starts killing these dudes. And then like it's weird, but this sounds like weird and like kind of bad, but it's a really good movie.
Is it really?
It's good because like because I like a lot of gore stuff in my horror movie, and he just like the premise is just more or less Nick Cage gets high off of cocaine LSD because that's what it is, and then like he gets permanently messed up in the head, like somehow teleports to another dimension, and then like murders literally everyone in the cult, all these weird demon people, and it's I like it. I like it a lot. You know,
That sounds like a Nick Cage movie.
That does sound like a Nick Cage.
It's a very Nick Cage
it sounds,
movie.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's just Nick Cage doing drugs and killing people, and that's what I like in a horror
I don't
movie.
like
Just
that.
like blood and guts everywhere.
I don't know.
Cause like
That's why I like it so much. We went and saw the first and second one in the drive-in.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the second one
But-
is garbage.
Yeah,
like
but-
it might not even be that bad of a movie, but right after watching the first one, it not even in the
Yeah.
same category.
Here's the reason people thought it was so bad. Compared to the old It that starred Tim Curry, the new one actually went off the book.
Yeah.
So
That's not even-
everything
I didn't read the book.
everything you see
Except
in
for the scene with the kids doing each other. But
Yeah.
we don't talk about that.
The new one, chapters 1 and 2 that just came out, are actually based off of the real It novel. And that's why some people didn't like it.
Oh, I see.
I don't really like a lot of supernatural horror type stuff, but there is one that I do like that falls into that category. It's I gotta look up the name of it, but I think it's like 1436 or something. 1408. And it's a dude who writes, it's another Stephen King movie novel thing, but he writes horror books and goes all around the country, you know, going to like haunted hotels or mansions or whatever, staying the night there. Well, he goes to this one place in New England because apparently that's the most haunted place on earth.
Oh, I think I know which one you're
You talking about Goosebumps?
And he gets locked in the
hotel room and he can't leave, and then like he
I
goes in like a
love that
pocket
movie.
dimension.
It was so good.
Yeah, and then like there's this one scene that stuck with me. Like he looks at himself through like out the window. He sees himself in like the other building, and like the other one he sees kills himself. Mm-hmm. And it's like this ghost messing with them the whole time.
I love that movie. It was really good.
I don't want to watch
And like
that.
it's really good.
Stephen King.
It was so good.
Oh, dude, another one that I don't know if this classifies as horror, but yeah, let me just look it up.
Another one that I liked, I don't know if it's classified as horror, but it's called What Lies Beneath. That was good.
Dreamcatcher is, to this day, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh, is that based off of a novel by Stephen King?
Yeah.
I read the book. The book was really good.
The book was good. I like the movie better just because of the
I didn't
just
know
because
there
of
was a
Duddits.
movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
That was a really good book.
Yeah, it's about
Aliens.
yeah, 4 friends, 5 go out in like like
They
they
go on a
gain
camping trip.
yeah, they go on a camping trip, but they have like pseudo superpowers as well. Like they can communicate with each other telepathically.
It's really weird. They're all like
It's
connected
great.
together
Yeah.
like a
because
dream
they
catcher.
found this one alien who was like everyone thought was just a special needs kid because he acted like one, but he
E.T..
wa- no,
No.
but he was an alien. They became friends with him, and he told him like, hey, there's gonna be this guy called Mr. Gray, but they call him Mr. Gay because he's an alien that everyone thinks is a special
'cause
needs
comedy.
kid. Yeah, because
Right.
comedy, and he doesn't know the English language. But
I see.
yeah, and once Mr. Gay comes, you guys have to kill him because the goal of Mr. Gay in that movie is to he wants to put a bunch of parasites in the water treatment plant, so everyone who drinks the water just turns into aliens and die, kind of like the chest burster style from Alien, right?
Oh yeah.
They're putting chemicals in the water.
Putting chemicals in the water, make the Mr. Gay, clone the Mr. Gay.
It was
Mr. Gay
a
Frogs.
Really good,
It was.
It was a really good book. I did not watch the movie. I didn't know there was a movie, but it was really.
A lot of people think it's
I'm gonna
bad.
read-
Like the movie.
It's
I'm looking at it now, 5.5 out of 10 on IMDb, but I don't
Really?
trust IMDb at all. 28% of Rotten Tomatoes, which I trust more, and then 3.4 out of 5 on iTunes. But I like the movie a lot. Maybe it's just because I watched it when I was young and I can't get over the nostalgia of it. But I do think it was good.
It was a really good book. I super enjoyed it. I didn't think it was scary. I also read Pet Cemetery.
I was just
Not
about
scary.
to mention that.
Really?
Yeah, Pet
Not
Cemetery is
scary.
not
No.
scary at all. It's just stupid.
No, it wasn't scary. I think Stephen King was just high when he wrote it.
No, I think it'd be scarier if I were a parent myself, because I don't think the scary part is reincarnation. I think the scary part is losing your child
Yeah.
and the grief that comes with it.
Isn't it like the
So,
newest one? Like he lost a cat or something?
I don't.
Then they really tone it down in the movie.
No. They originally, the first thing they brought back was the cat,
Oh,
but
okay.
then they also brought back the
And
little
then
boy.
when-
But I think I
Yeah.
can appreciate it because I myself am not an adult with a child, so I feel like the scary part isn't the reincarnation. I think it's the grief of losing a child.
Yeah, the premise of Pet Cemetery was that they buried the cat there, and then the cat came back to life without them knowing. And then when the little boy died, the dad just thought to himself, oh, if I bury him there, he's going to come back. Starts a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
It was not a zombie apocalypse.
Might
I
as well.
really liked the ending though.
For Pet Cemetery?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never watched the movie, so I don't know how the movies end, but the ending of the book was so good. Just like the literal last 2 lines were so good.
I half-assed to watch that movie, just kind of in the background.
He can say that word.
Yeah.
Okay.
We said hell and damn, and she said we can use the A word because she said it herself. So
But
Okay.
yeah,
I think Stephen King writes
yeah.
a lot of good books.
Okay, in
Yes.
conclusion,
Like, I've heard a
Stephen
lot.
King books are
Yeah.
way better than the movies.
We
The
should-
movies
Okay.
downgrade them.
I'm scared to watch The Shining, like the movie. I just finished the book. I know I've talked about it in the past so many times.
It's old. And
It's not
No.
scary, but no, I don't want to watch it because it's going to be so much worse.
It
I
all-
feel like they can't, because I was hardcore, like that's the most emotion I've ever felt reading a book. And he did a really good job.
Here's the conclusion I've drawn about Stephen King. He writes incredible novels, and then when people go to make the movies, they don't go up to what his vision originally was. Therefore, they
Right.
are terrible.
That's why I think The Shining can't. Like
Yeah.
the way that the real world combined with like the hotel,
Yeah.
you can't visually.
The Netflix
I think that's, like, why they threw
Shining
the-
Part 2 was also buns. Because they did this weird Shining 2 thing. I think it was Netflix exclusive where they go back to the hotel and the kid uses ghosts to kill a person. Or
The hotel exploded.
I don't know. It was weird.
What?
Was that Dr. Sleep?
It might have been.
Oh, Doctor Sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that. Like,
Yeah.
Since that's a book by Stephen King. Like that's not just.
Yeah, Doctor Sleep is like the sequel in a way to The Shining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's like Danny when he's 20. Played by Ewan McGregor, so I want to see that.
The only thing I remember is watching the trailer for Doctor Sleep, and Red Rum was in there, so I just knew immediately that it had to do with The Shining.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of Stephen. Okay, this is probably the last we should touch on Stephen King because this is
Probably.
becoming
Yeah,
a Stephen
well,
King episode. But
He
like,
is the horror god, though.
yeah,
So I mean,
like a lot of his, like even like even if the movies aren't up to snuff with the novels, they're still really good.
And he has so many.
Yeah.
Like even just the made for
What
TV.
was he on? Like to like make like all these books.
He was a drug addict.
That
and an
makes sense. I
alcoholic.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
He writes stuff that isn't horror too that is also really good. Like him as an author.
I don't believe you. No way. No way in hell.
Okay.
I'll hook you up after the
Hook me up.
episode.
Getting off the topic of Stephen King. What is your opinion on Halloween? Like the original Halloween movie?
Oh, the original Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Michael
seen it.
Myers.
I think
the
all.
White Mask.
I think all the Halloween movies are puns.
I think the first one. Listen, my favorite thing in a horror movie is when you're just watching the main characters do their thing, and in the background you can just see like Michael Myers just kind of chilling behind a bush, and they don't even like acknowledge it.
I'm more of a Freddy and Jason type guy, you know.
I can, yeah.
I haven't
see
seen
that.
any of the main
I
three.
hate. I'm sorry, but I don't like Friday the 13th up until what's his name? Tommy Jarvis
Which-
is revealed.
Yeah.
Because it's the
Which is-
same thing on repeat every time.
The only thing I like about go on,
I'm
Jupiter.
sorry. I just want to make sure I'm on the same page because, like I said, I haven't watched a lot. But is Halloween the one where he's got a weird face and then he goes to the one person's house and they're like his family or whatever, and he just starts hacking them with chainsaws?
That could be literally
No.
any.
That could be any
No,
horror
I think
movie.
you might-
Halloween is
That
Michael
kind
Myers.
of described Leatherface.
Yeah,
I think that's
But-
what
No,
it
that's
was,
Texas
yeah.
Texas
Chainsaw.
Chainsaw Massacre.
but
I haven't seen any of the main three: Halloween, Friday the 13th,
Okay,
Nightmare
Friday
on
the
Elm Street.
13th isn't
it isn't
that
good. But
like I love the Tommy Jarvis. When Tommy Jarvis is
Yeah.
introduced, I love it.
that's like the only like decent ones. But like the main thing I like about it is that like the kills are cheesy. I forget which
Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Well, that's
one
what
it
I don't
was.
really care about.
Yeah, but
gore
like
and
one of
stuff.
them
Guy
was
gets
like,
taken down in the boat.
No, like Jason gave this one dude a free punch on him. He was like, "Well, what now?" And then Jason literally like uppercuts his head off.
Okay, that's
You know?
awesome.
And then like the thing
whole-
about they even had this in a Kill It in the Friday the 13th game where like he got like the person in the sleeping bag or the tent and just picked up like the whole tent.
Oh, and starts
then-
slamming it against
Yeah,
the tree.
That's
I love
hilarious.
that. That's
I
that
sound
reminds
like,
me of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Have you ever
Yeah.
seen that movie?
Oh,
Where he just
no.
uppercuts
Yeah.
the dude's
Yeah.
head off. That's a good movie. Anyways, back to Friday the 13th. Yes.
It's
I
not
think
that
they have the best kills.
They have the best kills, you know, like
It's not that I never wanted to see them. It's just I haven't gotten to them yet.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
But I know like everything about them though.
Yeah, I've done my research.
I just haven't sat down and watched them in full.
What do you think of Freddy versus Jason?
I think
Freddy
I
versus
have
Jason.
watched
That movie
one.
should be burned and should never exist.
Movies, Sean. There's been a ton of them.
Oh yeah, I
Is there
forgot.
really?
I
I don't know
think
that
so.
much about it.
I
Why
only
do they
watched the
always
one
have
where
to
they
do-
drown him?
That's I think that's the first one, right?
I don't know.
Why-
I don't
okay,
remember
so
much
confused.
about
Why
it.
do they always have to do the versus horror movies? Meaning
Because-
one villain versus another villain
I feel like
and
it's
they
not
fight.
that
I think it'd be
common.
more interesting.
I
if
think
they
it's
worked
really only
together.
been Freddy versus Jason.
That's
Yeah.
the biggest one
Yeah.
by far.
Because
Work together
I haven't
first.
seen like
Well, that's what they did. It
Hellraiser
started off,
versus Michael
like-
Myers.
Well, I
you know?
mean,
Freddy
in
was
horror,
too-
it's only Freddy versus Jason, but
Yeah.
like there's a bunch of them outside of horror as well, like Godzilla versus
Oh
King
yeah,
Kong.
Batman vs
Yeah.
Superman, Civil War.
because money.
There's so many.
We take this that people like and this that people like, and we put it together
Boom.
and ruin it.
Yeah, not like most of the
Spicy
times they're garbage.
capitalism.
Like whenever they do
What do you
Batman versus
mean
Superman.
most?
Civil
do you
War's good.
mean
I'm sorry,
most?
but I will fight
Oh,
for that.
I haven't seen any of the Avengers movies, so I
Oh
can't
my
really
God.
How
say.
have you not seen any of those?
How did we go through a 30-minute superhero episode and not come
Yeah.
across that fact?
I said that nobody listens.
I'm going wasn't
I
that.
said-
I'm
I
re-listening to
said-
it. I don't think you said that.
I said
No,
I
he
haven't.
did. I remember.
I said I haven't seen basically any Marvel movies
Yeah.
except for I think Guardians of the Galaxy when
Oh,
it first
I
came
think
out.
I do remember you saying that. Okay.
I don't recall, but I was incapacitated.
Anyways. Yeah. Also, horror movie characters are the best part of Mortal Kombat. Like that's.
Yeah.
No, the horror movie characters.
I
in
remember
Mortal
we were
Kombat
at
are
band
fun.
camp once,
Yeah.
and I was playing Jason. I just kept spamming the same move over and over again, and I think I was at least close to winning.
No, the only time you got close to winning against me is when we both played Sub-Zero.
Really?
Yeah.
I really thought throwing that machete as Jason got me at least close.
You got me down to I think 50% health, 75% health while doing that, which isn't really close in Mortal Kombat.
No, it's
You
not.
want to talk about horror and video games? Let's talk about Herobrine for a second.
Oh my god! I was convinced that I did see Herobrine.
Say
before.
every 10-year-old is anything happened in Minecraft.
Well,
it's
that's just it.
Herobrine.
Like I swear I saw it, but
I went in creative mode on my survival world. I gotta make sure Herobrine.
we did
before he
every
hit.
single
Yeah.
YouTube video.
I remember Billy. Shout out Billy from Bill and Billy.
Dylan Bill.
Dylan Bill.
Bill.
He got on his Golden MC YouTube channel 9 million views on his really crappy Herobrine world scene video.
Oh my gosh, you reminded me. There's this time, my brother and a bunch of his friends were hunting Herobrine, and one of them always went missing whenever Herobrine showed up. And they just never noticed. Oh, this person's probably just faking his Herobrine, and it went on for so
That
long.
could be a horror movie scene right there. Where did Josh go? I don't know. Oh, there's Herobrine. There's no Josh. He must have killed Josh. 5 minutes later, hey guys, I went into a cave and got lost. Oh, hi Josh. We thought you were dead for the 9th time today.
Do you
Yeah, that
guys
was the
believe
best.
in actual ghosts?
No.
I
No.
believe in the existence of spirits, but not ghosts.
Spirit, kind of, but ghost, no.
My nono told her a really cool story about ghosts because he lived in Italy and it was dark and he had to go to this store, and it wasn't dark when he went to the store obviously, but by the time he was coming back it was, and he heard a baby crying, and there was a really tall wall, and at the top of this wall there was a baby just crying and crying and crying, and he was small and he couldn't get up there, and his first thought was, oh, one of the daughters at the store has a baby, how would it have gotten up there? And he's like, no, that can't be right, I was just at the store, I just saw her with her baby, that doesn't make any sense. And he couldn't climb the wall to help with it, but he said he just kept walking home and he could just hear it screaming and crying. And so when he came to America, he told one of our aunts about it, and she said, oh, you mean this road? I don't remember the road's name. And he's like, yeah. And she's like, there was a girl who got pregnant and she miscarried and they buried it right across the street from that wall.
That's creepy.
That's kind of creepy. But
And I believe him. I 100% believe him. Why would he make it up?
You see, if I've heard so many stories like that to the point where if I see anything like that, I'm just I should throw rocks at it and make it real, right? I should get a really big stick and poke it.
He was 9.
Well, I'm past the prime for that now, aren't I?
A little bit.
By literally double. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna travel back and I'm gonna get Benjamin Button disease real quick and start walking around haunted parts of the world. Start throwing rocks at ghosts. Probably get a lot of assault charges, but
Yeah.
Officer, I thought you were a ghost, I swear.
There's this one channel, I don't remember what it's called, but they make these scary videos. They're not scary, but they do these makeup effects that look so good. It's a shame that the acting is so trash.
Why was
You
I
know
thinking
what's-
the History Channel Aliens guy?
You know what's super scary? Those videos of home security tapes, and it's
Oh,
like,
gosh.
like,
Yeah.
oh, I thought my wife was stealing my snacks in the middle of the night, so I set up a camera to catch her in the act.
Well,
Haha,
turns
that's
out
funny.
to be El Chupacabra.
No,
Stealing my babies.
But it's actually someone who's been living in their attic and they come
Yeah.
down. Those are
Oh,
terrifying.
that is so scary.
It's scary. I think the scary things are things that could like actually
Yeah.
happen in real life. Like you can believe in ghosts or whatnot,
But,
but
like, that
this
dude-
will actually
Yeah, that
can
dude
actually
living
happen.
in your attic, he's
He's
a
real.
million times more scarier than
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
ghost could be.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
To think of how long he could have been living in there and watching you.
That gives me the
That's
same.
oh.
Yeah, that gives me the same vibe as
So I'm
like.
gonna burn my house down when I get home.
That gives me the same vibe as like whenever you go camping and stuff, right? Or at least when I do, like way out in the woods,
Mhm.
and you're just like, it's late at night, you're trying to go to sleep, but you can't, and then you hear like a branch break. Well, what do you want it to be out there?
Yeah.
Ideally, you want it to be like a deer or like a really big rabbit, But like what if it's a person, right? Like a bear, okay, yeah,
It's
a
gonna
bear.
grab your tent, slap you against
Yeah,
the tree.
like a bear or like a mountain lion, you could just like, act real big and tough or play dead, right? But if it's a person, if they want something from you, they're gonna get it,
Yeah, I think people are a lot scarier.
Yeah,
than
people are the
ghosts.
scariest thing on earth.
That's the.
That's kind of the
So-
point.
Is that
of
the
us.
point of this discussion?
I
This
suppose.
is like our conclusion.
So in conclusion, the scariest thing in life is people.
Yeah.